Boots2Brazil, though, came from a couple of trips. I've been lucky enough to work on the curriculum with our Tetra Brazil program, and have been out working just outside of Rio for the last 3 or 4 years. And this Boots2Brazil project came from a day that we had on our last day of our training session with 100 coaches that fly out to the States to work for us. And we had this teenager who must have been 13 or 14 that for the course of the weekend when we were out there was following everything that we did. He was on his own. He was just a little kid that was just intrigued into football, into what we were doing. We took over a place called Rio das Flores, just outside, about 2 hours outside of Rio, and spent the weekend delivering training to these coaches. And this kid was there every day, watching everything we did through the netting of from the field. And the last day when we were doing the last session, he actually came in. He had enough courage to come in. We encouraged him to come and sat and watched. And he started kicking the ball around with his sandals on. Then he took his sandals off and started playing with his bare feet. And you could see the excitement of him being involved in what we were doing, seeing what we were doing, starting talking Portuguese to the coaches out there, and understanding why we were taking these coaches and where we were sending them across the world to go and deliver this program. One of our other directors at the time, a guy called Derek, at the end kind of called him over and said, you know, what size shoes are you? He said, I don't know, I don't really wear shoes. And we had this translated with one of our coaches. And it was a very humbling experience because he'd never really had football boots, he'd never really used them, and all he was quite happy doing playing football was with his sandals or his bare feet. Derek took his shoes off and said, look, will these fit? And they were a little bit too big, but the kid didn't care. And he put those on, and the look on his face when he ran off and joined in with the other coaches that were, you know, adults was phenomenal. And I think from that point forwards, we as a business always wanted to give something back to a number of the kids out in Brazil, to try and engage with them in the same way that we were able to with this child when we were back out in Brazil last May. And that's where ultimately Boots2Brazil was born. Our target now, working with the NSPCC, is to get 5,000 pairs of boots donated from all different places across the UK. To try and engage with 5,000 people like we did with this kid out in May last year, whilst at the same time raising, you know, our plan is £25,000 over the next 3 years, so each year £25,000 for vital causes of the NSPCC. One of our ambassadors who's going to be supporting our campaign is a very exciting football freestyler who likes juggling the football. Who can juggle the football? Who can do one kick up? Yes. Well, this guy can do thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. So he's going to do a little show for you with some music, and I will give you a little secret. He does better tricks if you're loud and you clap. So if you're very quiet, his tricks aren't very good. But if you are loud and scream and you clap, then he does amazing tricks, and he flips in the air and all sorts of things. Would you like to see that? Yeah! So, shall we practice our screaming and our clapping? So, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy, guys. So I got involved with Challenger Sports in 2010. I went out to Kansas to do a pilot freestyle camp. So I brought down all the moves that I do and sort of made them educational for the children to learn. So that's gone on now. I go out there most summers. So that's my relationship with those guys, and hopefully it can continue into the future. I've been to Brazil twice. I've been to Rio and also Salvador, and in both places I've sort of met a lot of Brazilian people. So I've been able to use my skills to engage them and been into some of the favelas and stuff. So I've seen, I've played football with the kids. I've been on the beach. I've kind of interacted with them and shown them some of my skills. They've showed me some of their skills. But obviously you can see the poverty that's there, and they don't have what we have in terms of clothing and boots and stuff. So it relates so well to be able to put something back and inspire kids in this country to give up. Well, Brazilian football is obviously known for their expression, the flair. It's more of an entertainment, whereas in other countries it's getting there. But I think Brazil lead the way, and I think they're going to be up there at the World Cup, no doubt. But I think they play well. They play with a smile on the face. They're just entertaining, which football was made for entertainment. So they play with expression and freedom. Boots2Brazil, it means a lot because it's obviously going to Brazil, seeing that, and also being able to do something myself. So I'm going to hopefully donate some of my shoes, but it means a lot because it gives them something back. And I think a lot of the children over here realise that there's children in Brazil that don't have shoes, something that they might take for granted on a daily basis. So hopefully it can inspire them to do good and also give something away, which I think is such a good thing. It helps the world generally. Hi guys, I'm John Farnworth and I'm here today to support Boots2Brazil. I'm giving away some of my boots. Guys, would love to get you involved. Go to the website Boots2Brazil.com. Also check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get involved.